Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 2nd through the 8th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards. Oopsie. From the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. Alrighty, the overall energy for the reading, the World card. Potential closing of a cycle here. I don't think it's intentional though, but I think it is. Something is closing off, whether or not it's intended. Debatable, we shall see. In the recent past, the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Something looks very good, very hopeful. Like it looks like it's moving forward and it has potential and it's filled with, oh my God, where is this going? Yay, you know, types of energy. So but at least you feel very good about it, very passionate about it too. Okay. Now, in the current situation, the Two of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. If we're talking about the same thing that I'm looking at in the past there, you've slowed way down. There's questioning, or a lot of questioning, to the point of you don't even know what the fuck you want out of this anymore. Which has slowed you down drastically. All right, so kind of probably trying to figure it out at this moment in time, what it is that you want from this, if there's even anything that you want out of this. But in the immediate future, the Hangman, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, I see you giving yourself plenty of time and space to figure it out. And once you do, you take some action, you do something about something. Now, I don't know what it is that you're doing. I don't really care at this point. It's just that the energy is shown up really clear on your side as, oh, I got it. And then you go ahead and do it. So I'm glad you get to that point. But let's clarify. Let's do the World card. For the World card, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's all kind of coming back in circles here. Like a full circle, actually. Because we're talking about that situation there that started off with you being super open to it, super passionate about it. And you are looking like you're actually closing off a cycle there. Once you gain clarity, you're closing off a cycle. You're probably on your way to that clarity. I don't think you're there yet with what I'm seeing in the reading. Let's do the Hierophant. In the recent past, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so there were, even as you show up super clear, super, yes, I want this, open to this and all of that. I mean, you're giving me a sense of, sometimes we don't land on the same page necessarily, but that's okay. You can give that a pass. That's, you're acknowledging that not everything is perfect here. Because I feel like whatever this is has to do with at least one other energy. And then, again, giving me a sense of overall things are moving ahead, things are moving forward. But sometimes, we don't see eye to eye. Okay. That happens. Let's do the Seven of Cups. For the Seven of Cups, you get the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Hermit. The problem is here, which I don't think you acknowledged as that being a problem at that time. I think right now you're looking back and you're like, uh-oh. But when this was unfolding, whatever this was, I see you, and let's say it's just one other energy you're working with here, right? It's you and it's another energy here. And you're looking at stuff together. Okay, where do we go? We go in this direction. Okay. What do we do when we go here? Oh, we do this, that, and the other. Okay. There's a lot of okays in there, at least on your end. that seem to be given just to maintain a sense of peace. Like, I'm gonna agree with you just so that we don't have any issues here. But if I were to ask you right there and then, hey, but are you okay with those things? You would probably say, not really. Not really. So that is an energy in which you don't choose yourself. You don't put yourself first, and you put others' needs in front of yours. Which I feel like it built up into something there. Something not pretty, not nice. But again, I don't see you necessarily realizing that as it was happening. As it was building up, though, you might have started taking notice then. Let's do the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, because there's regret. There's a little bit of, once you okayed a lot of things that you may not have been 100% okay with. I see you looking at that and being like, damn, shouldn't have done that, So there's regret. There's acknowledgement that, oh yeah, I did that. I put their needs first. Fuck. And then there's, if I could turn back the time type of song attached to that energy there. But you can't. And it has built up into almost a sense of resentment, because that's how it's going to go. If nobody takes notice at what's really going on there, the one that okays things just for the sake of peace within that environment, they're going to build up also a sense of resentment of, hey, I put you first before me. You suck, Of course, not intentional, but that's kind of how it usually goes. Let's do the Two of Swords. What? Get off my laptop. She always closes and opens stuff on my laptop. Always. I can't blame her for deleting a chunk of stuff, because I did that, but what did she? She did something recently, though. That was annoying and funny at the same time. I don't know what she opened or closed. Cats, man. For the Two of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Hangman, the Star, the Empress. Yeah, you're kind of trying to figure out what it is that you want, because, as I said, at this point in time, whatever was built up in there, in not the most obvious way, it led you into this place of complete confusion. Like, if you started this as, hey, I want to go for this, I want to open up to this. Right now, you're in a place of, I'm kind of trying to figure it out. I want to see what the fuck this is, what it represents for me. Do I still want to be part of this? All of those questions. So you're trying to, and through that, to find your real version of you, in which this time you put yourself first and you matter. Okay. Let's do the Knight of Pentacles in the current situation. The Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups. There's still an energy attached to you of, hey, ideally, I would want for this to work out. I care for whoever this is. It's not like I hate them for whatever. Because if you look at that, you both contributed to that. You not realizing what was happening, then building up a sense of probably resentment over it and stuff like that. Them by, again, not realizing what the hell was going on. So none of you, I don't think, are showing up here saying, hey, the other person sucks here. Quite the opposite. There's a recognition of, hey, this dynamic here is important to me, But I just want to know, if we keep going like this, what do I want out of it? Do I want anything out of it? You're in a period of time of trying to figure it out. But you're not there yet. You're not there. You're in the midst of it. You're coming along, though. For the Nine of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Sun, the Eight of Swords. And also trying to figure out what the fuck kind of lesson was this supposed to teach you. Because a lot of the times, we may go through things that are harsh, or this, that, and the other. And then if we choose to, hey, let me stop and look into these things, we're also going to ask the question of, is this supposed to show me something? Am I supposed to get something out of this? You know, so there's a lot of questions on your side right now. And it's good that those questions are here because, as I said, you look to be quite unclear, a little lost in terms of what this is to you, where you want to go next when it comes to this one. Okay. Let me do the Hangman in the immediate future. The King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Okay, as I said, I see you kind of taking a step back, giving yourself plenty of time and space to figure it out. And again, through that, to sort yourself out, you know, because you may have gotten lost yourself through all of that. So it's like, okay, let's pull me out of that mess. And let's see who I am at the end of this mess. And that's exactly the first thing that happens here is you find yourself in that place of, oh, there I am, you know, this is me, okay. And based on that, it'll be easier to clarify and to understand what it is that you need out of this situation, if anything, you know. So that's the first thing that pops up, you. Let's do the Page of Swords. You get the Page of Swords again, the Four of Wands, the Magician. Okay. So you're leaning towards manifesting at least a good outcome for this commitment, for this dynamic, for whatever this is. You're starting to take the first couple of steps in the direction of, hey, let me try and work on this. By the looks of it, that's the direction in which you're leaning. Now, these steps are very, very small, which usually to me are not very convincing, but I do see the leaning part, you know, where you seem to go out of finding yourself, finding a sense of clarity here. For the Ace of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Lovers. All right, yeah, I mean, this is definitely what you want. You're showing up with, hey, this is what I want. This is my intention. And this is what I'm going to pursue. Okay, this being, again, leaning in the direction of making this happen. Or trying to, at least. You know, because it's not only going to be up to you, and I think you know that. But as far as you're concerned and what you're bringing to the table, this is where you're at with this. Out of finding clarity, you're coming in that place of, hey, let me try and work on this. Which, fair, if that's what you feel you want, that's what, you know, good. As long as you're coming from a place of clarity, I'm going to be like, okay, whatever you feel that is good for you and whatever you feel that you want to do, I support that 100% as long as you're clear about it. If you would have made this decision out of these energies right here, I would have been like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm supporting you in that, but okay, you know. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Give yourself plenty of time for this to sort out for you, this energy, because you're in an energy that looks to be very, very confused. So are you. That's why the energy shows up so confused. Give yourself plenty of time to come back to yourself first, and from that, you'll see that clarity is going to pop in here and there and over this whole situation. And then once you do that, once you're back to clarity over the situation, then things will change here. It won't stay like this forever. Because I know this period of time probably sucks. Because it's like, you don't know shit about shit. So sometimes those kinds of energies feel like they're going to last forever. I'm never going to get out of this maze. But no, give it some time. It'll change. It'll change. And it looks like change in this energy, which means gaining clarity, is kind of around the corner. So just be patient with it, though. Don't rush yourself out of this process. You need to gain clarity, and it's going to take some time. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.